Good morning, Spartans Nation. It is currently 10 a.m. here at Olympia Ice Center for yet another well-anticipated match between the East Long Meadow Spartans and the Minnechaug Falcons. This is East Long Meadow coming off of a dominant 8-3 win over Tri-Town on Saturday afternoon. And Minnechaug won their last game 6-2 as well. So both teams eager to play each other for the first time this season, and let's see how it goes. Here's Aiden Asher with the puck. Asher around the net to Kuhn. Back at the point, here's O'Brien. Kuhn looking for Asher in the middle. And now here's Minnechaug's captain, David Noel, with a shot. Glove saved by Sherwood. Sherwood once again the starting goalie for East Long Meadow, coming off of a good bounce-back win after allowing 6 in the Long Meadow game. He looked solid against Tri-Town on Saturday, so here's to hoping he keeps that consistency up. Noel with the face-off, and then won by East Long Meadow. Lee tries to clear it, is intercepted at the point. Minnechaug trying to send it in, isn't able to get there. Along the boards, here's Fisher. He has numbers up the ice. Here's LePage on the right wing. LePage has Sherwood in front, and is that in? I believe that hit the far post. Good feed in front from Carson LePage, finding Chris Sherwood wide open in the middle, and he found the far post, and that somehow stayed out. I believe that bounced back and hit the goaltender for Minnechaug. That would be John Pollard. Hit his pads. Thought it went over the line, but it didn't. Now another shot on goal. Pollard gloves it down. A good start for East Long Meadow. A great chance within this first 2 minutes of the game. And now Sherwood to take the draw. LePage. The shot deflected wide off of the stick of the Minnechaug defenseman. And now Minnechaug controls back in their own zone. There's Noel, not Noel, excuse me. Now Reed finds it, sends it in, looking for Cakeley. Now Cakeley dumps it in. Here's Mike Moriarty, one of the alternate captains for Minnechaug. Scrum in the corner, puck is loose. Back at the point for Lee, keeps it in. Cakeley down low, pressuring Moriarty. And now up to Jacob Moore. Goes off of Cakeley, back to the corner. In front for Cakeley, his shot blocked. Believe that was Nero with that pass. Came in quick to the slot, but Cakeley just hit it off the defenseman, and now Minnechaug's gonna ice this. 12.5 here left in this first period. Good chances so far for East Long Meadow. Hoping to stay in this offensive zone and pot one early. Now Dobek with the face-off, won by Minnechaug. Around the boards, but Forsyth is there. Minnechaug still trying to clear, and they will not get there. O'Brien keeps it in to Asher. Asher controls to Dobek with the shot. Save, I believe, by Pollard. And now puck is in front, poked away by Pollard. East Long Meadow controls the neutral zone, but gives it right away to Minnechaug. Now Minnechaug dumps it in. Forsyth controls, around to O'Brien. Dodges the check at the blue line, but Minnechaug keeps this in. Here's Noel. Now Minnechaug in front. No one was there. Tied up by O'Brien was the lone forward. Now here comes Asher up the left wing. Pickpocketed by the Minnechaug defenseman. Asher now controls again. Asher up to the point. Shot deflected off a skate to the boards. Now Minnechaug will exit the zone. only for it to be dumped right back in. Here's East Long Meadow forechecking. LePage dumps it in. East Long Meadow will check up, but that is gloved down by Noel. Now Lee back in his own zone. Fisher found the puck, but it went off the official's skate, and now Minnechaug comes away with it with the shot, saved by Sherwood. Now in the neutral zone. Sherwood would have had Fisher on his left wing, but Minnechaug controls, and now that is going to be an offside. The early numbers, as East Long Meadow has had coming up the ice so far, is a good sign that they are going into this game with a more of an offensive approach, just as they did the Tri-Town game after there wasn't much going for them just a few nights ago in that Longmeadow game. It's been a good stretch of 3 games within 6 days for East Long Meadow, so they've been able to get a lot of playing time, maybe a little bit tired, but they look energized in this one. Scrum in the corner is Cakeley. He clears, and I believe that may go for an icing, and it will. Just about 10 minutes left to go in this first period. Shots are even at 2. Face-off coming back to East Long Meadow's defensive zone. Dobek to take the face-off. And there is a whistle. Some confusion going on between the benches. And we will see how this plays out. And not sure what went on there, but play resumes. Dobek wins the face-off. Now Lee around the boards to Asher. Dobek comes away with it. He's got Kuhn on his right wing. Kuhn, still in control of the puck, wraps it around for Asher. Good poke check by Pollard. And now Minnechaug with numbers the other way. And I believe that's going to be an offside call, just as Kelly Reed made the check on that Minnechaug forward. Faceoff comes right outside the zone for Sherwood. East Long Meadow controls. Dumps it in. Here's Fisher chasing after it. And one of the alternate captains, another one for Minnechaug, Aiden Freeland. Now LePage. Minnechaug dumps it right to the point. Here's Sherwood. Keeps it in the zone. LePage chasing after it. LePage still in control. 2 defensemen on him. Now out to the point for Forsyth. His shot deflected a couple of times, but wide. And now Minnechaug will control, as they just barely get it out of the zone, but I believe they're going to say that puck went out of play into the Minnechaug bench. Now East Long Meadow's third line comes on. We are not sure that in comparison to East Long Meadow's last game against Tri-Town, head coach Dan Reed put out 4 lines to get some of his younger guys some more reps, but not sure that's going to happen today against this crucial matchup with Minnechaug. Minnechaug 6-3, and the Spartans 5-2-1 following their win against Tri-Town. Lee, good poke check to keep it out of the zone. Now a shot comes in on Sherwood. Good save. There's a shot right outside the zone, but hard and placed well. Now Nero dumps it in for the Spartans. Minnechaug, a dangerous cross-ice pass, but it gets there. And now Minnechaug dumps it in the corner, but Lee is there first. Now to Kuhn. A great play to Aiden Asher with Dobek on his right wing. Here's Asher. And the great save by Pollard. A great save on Aiden Asher's chance 2-on-1 with Dobek. Now Dobek to take the face off, and Minnechaug clears the zone. That will not go for icing. Scrum at the point, Minnechaug unable to keep it in. Forsyth up the boards, intercepted by Minnechaug. Here's Vreeland with the puck. Up to the point. Shot deflected by Minnechaug. And now Forsyth will finally clear for the Spartans. Kuhn had Asher on his left wing, but intercepted by two Minnechaug defensemen. Now some physical play going on in the neutral zone. Along the boards, the Spartans dump it in. Minnechaug falls down, exiting their zone. Now Fisher with the puck to Kuhn with the shot. I believe that was a pad save by Pollard. Now Forsyth trying to dump it back in. East Long Meadow still controls. Sherwood, I believe, with the shot. That deflected into the corner. Now Sherwood. Puck still hasn't exited the zone. Now O'Brien dumps it in deep. Sherwood gloves it down. And the puck finally exits. What an interesting play. Now East Long Meadow as numbers up the ice. Here's Fisher with the shot. Saved by Pollard. Fisher again runs into his teammate, Sherwood. East Long Meadow controls at the point though off of the attempted clear by Minnechaug. And now in the neutral zone, here's O'Brien. The drag and dump in. Fisher chasing after. O'Brien still keeps it in. Here's Cakeley. Dancing around a defenseman, doesn't work. Now Lee controls and dumps it in. Quite an interesting play there as East Long Meadow gets another opportunity. Point blank shot by Mendrala and a save by Pollard. And finally, Pollard looked like he was going to cover. Now East Long Meadow still controls. Out to the point for Lee with the shot. Just over the crossbar. Dumps it back in. That's Keller Reed. Lee able to find it. Miscommunication there with Mendrala. Right into Minnechaug defenseman, and they will ice this puck. Quite a long stint of play that started with the bad turnover by Minnechaug along the boards as they were exiting their zone. And East Long Meadow is able to keep that in their offensive zone for quite some time. Get lots of shot opportunities. But still no goals. 0-0 score, 5.5 left here to go in this first period. That was Kuhn with the big hit along the boards. Now Asher controls over to Dobek. Sends it in front looking for Kuhn. And now Asher will get a shot opportunity, and Kuhn will score! Kuhn off the rebound of Asher's shot. Initial pad save by Pollard, and Kuhn will find the back of the net. A 1-0 lead for East Long Meadow with 5:12 left here to play. Pollard maybe down. Now he's getting up. We talked a little bit in the Tri-Town game. As previous to that game, this top line for East Long Meadow hadn't scored in the Agawam game nor the Longmeadow game, but now they've had quite a few goals since. And hoping to keep that up as Minnechaug's shot from the point goes wide of Sherwood. Minnechaug still controls around the net, sends it in front, but no one's there. Now it's Asher up the left wing. Asher speeding in. Now Kuhn will control. Kuhn looking to send it in front, no one's there. Kuhn with a shot wide of Pollard. Asher keeps it in the zone to Fisher. Fisher in the corner is knocked down. And now Minnechaug will control. Here's Noel. Another dangerous up ice pass. He's looking for a forward, I believe, but he will ice this puck. Minnechaug looking desperate. But on the play, there was a tripping call by Sherwood. I believe that may have been on the captain of Minnechaug, and that's why he was unable to find his forward that he was looking for before he iced it. But Chris Sherwood will sit for 2 minutes, and Minnechaug will have a power play with 4.5 years left to play. Shot from Minnechaug deflects into the corner. Up at the point, here's the shot, deflected off of LePage. To the corner now, here's Lee. Finds LePage, and LePage will dump it in. Gloved down, and they will call that hand pass. And the faceoff will come into East Meadows' offensive zone. LePage with the faceoff. One back by Minnechaug. Here's Dom Fioriento. And now Minnechaug up the ice. Into the slot. Now the shot. Saved by Sherwood. Still in the crease, but East Meadow will clear. That was Keller Reed. And now a foot race. Here's LePage. He was going with Jake Klotowski. LePage pinning the puck along the boards, but Minnechaug will find it. A good play by LePage to at very least waste time off of the Minnechaug power play. Just a minute here left in that power play. Minnechaug with a turnover in their defensive zone. Nero nearly took advantage of that. Now here's Minnechaug with a shot, saved by Sherwood. Minnechaug tries to send it in front, but Lee will lightly clear. There's Mike Moriarty. Dumps it. That did not get over the line. Minnechaug struggling to get in their zone. Just over the blue line, and Nero will strip Minnechaug. Send it in deep. Now here's Moriarty over the line. Carries it himself, self-pass off the boards. Looking in front once again, but no one is there for Minnechaug. If any of these Minnechaug passes from behind the net would connect, they would get grade A opportunities, but none have so far. East Meadow controls in the neutral zone off of the turnover. Here's Kuhn with the shot. And we are not sure where that went. Even Pollard is confused. And he made the save. Still East Meadow 9 shots to Minnechaug's 5. And the faceoff will resign in East Meadow's offensive zone. A miscommunication and Minnechaug controls. But here's O'Brien to Kuhn. Up the boards to Dobek. He has Asher in the middle. But Minnechaug, a good defensive play. Now Forsyth will jump in and East Meadow will touch up. Now Forsyth dumps it in. Up the boards, Minnechaug looking for something to happen, but they nearly would have iced it if it didn't go on net, but Sherwood paddles it away. Now Minnechaug will dump it in once more. O'Brien up the boards for LePage. Now Sherwood up ice looking for Fisher, but he will ice it. We have just under 1.5 minutes left here to play in this first period. Spartans up 1-0. And Minnechaug is looking tired. Sherwood to take the face-off. Puck up for grabs. Now Minnechaug with a shot. Deflected way wide. Now Reed in control. LePage mishandles the puck but gets it out of the zone. And that will be another icing on East Meadow. 1:10 left here to play. Face-off will come back to East Long Meadow's defensive zone. Minnechaug looking for some momentum to end this first period here on. And now East Long Meadow will change out. Dobek to take the face-off. Dobek wins it back to Lee. Around the boards, looking for Asher, but Minnechaug will intercept. And now Reed will strip him. Kuhn to Asher. Has numbers. Looking for Dobek in the middle. Now Kuhn finds it. A great blocker save by Pillard off of Kuhn's point-blank shot. And now Minnechaug over the line with the shot. Saved by Sherwood, still in the crease. And now East Long Meadow will clear it. Sherwood's come up big in these last few minutes of the game here, of the game of the period. But East Long Meadow back in their offensive zone with the shot that went wide. Just about 30 seconds left in this first period. Once again, Sherwood has come up big for the Spartans so far in this game. Kuhn dumps it in, looking for Mandrala. Now Nero will take it over the blue line. Mandrala keeps it in. A great keep in to Tommy Cakeley coming up the left wing. Cakeley at the point. Shot. That was tipped by Nero, but wide just as the first period ends. Lots of good things to see here from the Spartans in this first period, as they look just as they did Saturday afternoon against Tri-Town. Very offensive-minded approach to this game. Obviously a crucial one against the Minnechaug Falcons. And they just look really prepared, which, as we said, is a little bit surprising, as they have played 2 games over the last 4 or 5 days or so. So hopefully they can keep up this great effort and extend their lead in the second period. We'll see you then. We are back here for the second period of East Long Meadow versus Minnechaug. East Long Meadow has a 1-0 lead after the first. As we begin the second period. And the deflection goes into the netting. East Long Meadow up shots 10 to Minnechaug 6. And they have the momentum right now heading into the second after the quick intermission. Now Dobek with the face-off. Puck up for grabs. Here's Asher in front looking for Kuhn. In a stick battle net front, but Minnechaug comes away with it. Minnechaug up the ice. But Dobek controls around the net. He's taken down. No call on the play. Minnechaug sent it in front, but O'Brien is there to clear it. Asher looking to control, but doesn't. Now Minnechaug sends it back in. Now Asher with Kuhn on his wing as he changes. Asher with a shot that went wide. Now Asher with LePage, but Minnechaug will just about barely clear it as LePage gained control in the neutral zone. LePage hopped over the blue line, but it will be an offside. Just over a minute here into the second period, as it looks like the face-off will come right outside East Long Meadow's offensive zone. Sherwood won the face-off. Back to Reed, who dumps it in. This second line for East Long Meadow had a great game against Tri-Town on Saturday afternoon. Sherwood with, I believe we said, 2 shorthanded goals, and Fisher with 2 goals as well, I believe. LePage with a goal and assist as well, as Minnechaug has a 2-on-1 with Reed defending. Minnechaug shot, saved by Sherwood. And Minnechaug follows up on that shot to East Long Meadow's dismay, but he will keep that puck and give it to the ref as the face-off comes, stays in East Long Meadow's defensive zone. Minnechaug controls at the point. Shot, and they score. That was the shot by Jake Klotowski. Might have been tipped. And I believe it was. We will see how this is called as we come back to Olympia in comparison to not getting confirmation on the goals against Tri-Town on Saturday afternoon at Sear Arena. But Minnechaug has tied the game 1-1 with 13.5 left here to play in the second period. Tons of game, hoping that this doesn't sway East Longmeadow and end their momentum, as we talked about in the intermission. As Cakeley races up the ice with Mendrala. Here's Mendrala. Poke check by Pollard. He's been really great about doing that to East Longmeadow in the first period as well. Now Lee with a shot over the crossbar. Lee still controls, no one on him in the corner. Sends it middle, but no one is there. Now here's Kuhn. In the corner with the hit. But Minnechaug will control. It's Moriarty up the ice. And now Reed will just try and dump it in deep, but blocked by Minnechaug. Nero will do the same. Now here's Dobek, picks up the puck at the blue line, going after Moriarty, and he defends him well. But Kuhn is there, looking for Dobek and Asher, who are both in the middle. Don't find them. Now Asher attempts to send it to the point, but Minnechaug intercepts. Here's Minnechaug. The shot off of Lee. Lee around his own net. And finds Asher. Up the left wing with Dobek in the middle. Asher sends it in, but Dobek was tangled up with the Minnechaug defenseman. Now Minnechaug controls. And Lee will just safely dump it in as East Longmeadow gets a change. In the corner now for Minnechaug, exiting their own zone. Here comes Minnechaug over the blue line. But Lee will intercept and dump it out to the neutral zone for Minnechaug to dump it right back in. Lee hit along the boards. Minnechaug sends it in front. Once again, no one was there. Now here's LePage for Fisher. And it is an offside. East Longmeadow had numbers there too, I believe. Would have been a slight 3-on-2, excuse me. But unfortunate. Now the faceoff will come right outside the zone. Sherwood with the faceoff. Minnechaug wins it. It's Moriarty. Pressured by LePage. Out in front of Fisher. His shot deflected into the corner. What an opportunity for LePage to make that play over to Fisher, but he was defended well. Now in the corner. Puck is finally loose for Minnechaug. Over to Ben Daniels. Glove down at the point. Great play by O'Brien. Sends it over to Fisher. Now Minnechaug controls out of their zone. And the shot goes wide of Sherwood. Minnechaug controls in the neutral zone. Here's Moriarty over the blue line. Has 4 East Longmeadow players on him. Sends it into the middle. And that somehow found Noel. Now a shot at the point, glove down by Sherwood. East Longmeadow standing around as Minnechaug was finally able to connect to a pass in the slot for a point-blank chance against Sherwood, but he once again comes up big for the Spartans. Keeps this a 1-1 game. Now the face-off won by Minnechaug once again. Here's Vreeland into the corner for Noel. Here's Cakeley. Now with a shot by Minnechaug. That goes high and out. In the corner now. Forsyth pressuring it against Drew Van Zandt. And now Minnechaug comes away with it with a shot. That went off Sherwood's mask. but he keeps it out. Minnechaug looking for middle again. And now there is a whistle because the net came off its moorings. Once again, grade A chances for Minnechaug as East Long Meadow is caught standing still back in their defensive zone, allowing many passes into the slot for some grade A chances for Minnechaug. Shots nearly even, 11-10. East Long Meadow leading that. But Minnechaug has all the momentum right now. Now puck comes out of the zone for East Long Meadow, but Minnechaug controls. It's Katowski that dumped it in. Here's Reed around the boards for Asher. Now hit well by Lee, and Dobek up the ice with a shot. Just missed high glove side of Pillard. And Minnechaug has numbers up the ice now as well. Minnechaug with the shot, still in the crease. That was Noel in the crease that might have had a great opportunity. And a whistle once more as Pillard is saying there's something wrong with the netting. But Dobek just missed that shot as he was coming up the left wing. And finally, East Long Meadow gets a face-off back in their offensive zone. We're just under 9 minutes left here to play in the second period. We're tied at 1-1 as we were figuring out a situation between the benches. And the faceoff will come outside of the zone. Here's Dobek to take it. Now Asher into the middle. Minnechaug able to overwhelm him, send him to the corner. Now Lee at the point. Still not out of the zone. Now Minnechaug will take it out. Reed up the ice. Now Minnechaug back in their own zone. Minnechaug controls. Here's Tassinari. Up the right wing, defended well by Reed. Reed turns it over in the middle, and a save by Sherwood. Big time glove save by Colin Sherwood off of a bad turnover by Keller Reed. Now the face-off will be in East Long Meadow's defensive zone. Here's O'Brien, controls around the boards to LePage. LePage looking for Fisher, sends it right to Minnechaug's Derek Samani. And Minnechaug will dump it right in, but that will be icing. Luckily for East Long Meadow, finally get it back out of their defensive zone. And this is East Long Meadow's second line, which once again we talked about had a big game in the Tri-Town Saturday afternoon matinee. Just under 8 minutes left here to play as Sherwood takes the face-off. LePage controls, dances around the defenseman. Puck was up for grabs, almost by LePage. Now the shot from Forsyth. That bounced around a little bit, but no one from East Long Meadow able to control. Now looked like that could have been a 2-on-1 opportunity for Minnechaug, but Forsyth defended well. Now East Long Meadow dumps it in. LePage chasing after it. Big hit on Samani. And Fisher and LePage battling along the boards. Fisher out front. Now at the point for Forsyth with the shot. Deflected off of Minnechaug. And Minnechaug will come up the boards and clear. But that will be an icing. A good shift by East Long Meadow's second line, as it looks like East Long Meadow is gaining back some of that momentum that, as we continue to talk about, is crucial, especially in these tight matchups. Now Mandrala with the face-off. One back to Minnechaug. And now Minnechaug is tripped up on the play, but there is no call, I believe. Now Minnechaug in the neutral zone. Here's Noel. Calling for an offside, but they won't get it with East Long Meadow. Now Lee. And now here's Minnechaug. Minnechaug at the point. Tipped. That was Dom Foriento. And East Long Meadow is finally able to clear. It's a great play by Minnechaug. Now here's Cakeley. He danced around a Minnechaug defenseman, but unable to get the shot off. Now Minnechaug with Noel. Shot went off of the side of the net. Wraparound attempt by Minnechaug. Here they come. That was Noel. And the puck is in the back of the net, but I don't believe they're going to call this a goal, as Sherwood had already deemed the puck frozen. What an offensive resurgence by Minnechaug, just as we were talking about East Long Meadow getting some good shot opportunities. As Minnechaug, with their top line with their captain David Noel, getting the edge on the East Long Meadow defenseman. Now here's Asher. Asher mishandles the puck, but Minnechaug will not clear. Here's Dobek with the shot saved by Pollard, and it's in! That was Teddy Kuhn who cleaned up the rebound as Pollard let it sneak through his glove. And Kuhn puts the East Long Meadow Spartans up 2-1 with 5:55 left to play in the second period. Kuhn once again representing the first line for East Long Meadow, second goal of the game. And this is a big goal for East Long Meadow as they hope to contain their lead heading into the third period. Now at the point, East Long Meadow touches up, and now Forsyth controls. LePage chasing after it with Fisher. He found O'Brien, who dumps it into LePage. LePage with the attempted give and go with Fisher. Doesn't work out. Now Minnechaug with control, as they are unable to get it out of the zone. And now they do. That was O'Brien with the good takeaway from Minnechaug at the point. Now Forsyth looking for LePage, goes off his skate. And it comes back into East Long Meadow zone. Forsyth up the boards, looking for Nero. But now Minnechaug controls. Or they thought, goes off a skate. Pollard will come out of his crease to play it. Along the boards. Nero with Cakeley. Now comes to Mandrala. At the point now for Forsyth with the shot, and he scores! Jack Forsyth caught Pollard off guard, and he will give the Spartans a 3-1 lead. That shot didn't have much on it, but I believe that went 5-hole on Pollard. And the Spartans, with 4.5 years left to play in the second, have a 2-goal lead. Now Mandrala wins the faceoff. Takes it himself, but Minnechaug will get it back out. Now Nero with plenty of space. Here's Nero with the one-timer, pad save by Pollard. Looking for Cakeley in the middle. Now Minnechaug controls. Here's Noel. Along the boards. Noel. Looking for Van Zandt in the middle. Had another man out front, but that got away from him. Now East Long Meadow controls. Here's Nero. Trying to get around the Minnechaug defenseman, and they come back the other way. Reed falls down on the play, but gets back up just as the puck reaches his leg. Now East Long Meadow along the boards, just trying to clear this. And Lee will hit the official as he attempts to wrap it around the boards. Now Lee again with the puck, right to Minnechaug's Moriarty. And a big hit by Lee on Moriarty. Still a scrummer on the boards, but Minnechaug will control. Pressured well by Kuhn. Now the shot. Saved by Sherwood. Another shot, I believe. Don't believe that one found Sherwood. That one also caught Sherwood off guard. And he made the pad save. Now here's Minnechaug. Jake Klatowski dumps it in. Reed along the boards. Looking for Dobeck. But Minnechaug finds it. Minnechaug with Kuhn pressuring. They come away with it. Here's the shot. High over the crossbar. And now finally this puck will go out of play into the netting. Some chances that Minnechaug had, just couldn't find the net. And this remains a 3-1 game with the shots even at 16 and 2.5 to play in the second period. Here's a face-off. Minnechaug controls at the point. Shot deflected, and Sherwood will cover. Now another face-off for Sherwood to take against Tassinari. Sherwood wins it around to O'Brien, who dumps it up the boards to Fisher. Now Sherwood was trying to find LePage. Goes off of a Minnechaug player that will negate the icing. Sherwood a good check along the boards, but Minnechaug will come away with it. Now Forsyth defending Tassinari. Not Tassinari. That was Vreeland. But Minnechaug still controls in their offensive zone. Keekley just barely got that puck out of the zone, and now battling for control in the neutral zone is both teams. Now Forsyth will dump it in. Right into a Minnechaug player. Now LePage has that puck dumped onto him. In the corner now, LePage checked well by Matthew Bioden. Along the boards. Now out to the point. That was O'Brien trying to defend. Plays the body well and prevents the 2-on-1 opportunity that would have happened. And I believe they have an offside call here as Keekley tried to jump the line. Just under 1.5 years left to play in the second period. As the face-off goes to center ice. Mindrala loses the face-off to Minnechaug here. They dump it in. And now bad turnover and a score. That was Dom Fiorentino. Believe that puck may have deflected. Unlike the first giveaway that was earlier on this period into the middle. But either way, Minnechaug capitalizes off of the point-blank shot on Sherwood under his glove, and Minnechaug makes this a 3-2 game with 1:20 left here to play. Now Reed dumps it in deep in the neutral zone. Dobeck and Kuhn chasing after. A scrum in the corner, and Minnechaug comes away with it. Here's Noel. Defended by Reed and Lee. They have numbers. Here's Noel into the crease. And I believe that shot got tipped over the crossbar. Under a minute here left to play. A battle for the puck behind the net. And Minnechaug comes away with it. Up to the point. Here's Minnechaug with a shot. Glove saved by Sherwood. Good shot by Tim Harrigan of Minnechaug at the point. But Sherwood keeps this a 3-2 game for East Long Meadow. Shots now 20 for Minnechaug and 16 for East Long Meadow, as Minnechaug's gotten a few opportunities here late in this period. And there's some confusion going on with the face-off. This has happened a few times in this period where the changes were to the dislike of the Minnechaug coach. And now LePage wins the face-off back to O'Brien, who's checked well by Minnechaug. O'Brien will attempt to pin this puck. Just under 30 seconds left here to play. But LePage comes away with it. And now Sherwood gloves it down and just barely gets it out. Minnechaug will control. Over to Van Zandt with a shot off of Forsyth's leg to the corner. 10 seconds left here to play. Noel around the net with O'Brien. Here's Van Zandt with a shot. Pad saved by Sherwood. And that will end the period. Some offensive surgence by Minnechaug towards the end there to make it a 3-2 game, but East Long Meadow still in the lead. This will be a crucial third period. Should be a very entertaining one after the Zamboni comes on the ice, but a back and forth second period after East Long Meadow pretty much dominated the first. And we're hoping that East Long Meadow contains their lead heading into this third period, as we hope the top line for East Long Meadow continues to produce. And we will see you then. We are back here for the third period of East Long Meadow Spartans versus the Minnechaug Falcons. East Long Meadow still has a 3-2 lead going into this third period, and it will be a big and entertaining period, as Kellery dumps it into the neutral zone. But Minnechaug controls. And they will be offside. East Long Meadow 16 shots, Minnechaug 21. Minnechaug gained control of that momentum there in the final minutes of the second period. But East Long Meadow looked promising in some of their shot opportunities they also had. So it will be an evenly matched period. As Teddy Kuhn, self-pass off the boards. Here's Kuhn. Well defended play by the Minnechaug defenseman. That would be Jake Latowski. As Minnechaug will clear the zone. East Long Meadow had numbers there on that opportunity as well. If that pass had gotten through the crease, there was two East Long Meadow forwards in there. Now Minnechaug around the net. Here's Noel with the shot. That went far and out. Back in Minnechaug's defensive zone, as Sherwood will come to pressure. Sherwood, as the Minnechaug defenseman had that hop off his stick. Now Fisher pressuring. Here's Noel. Pressured by three East Long Meadow forwards. And Minnechaug will clear the zone. They have numbers up the ice. They had Dom Friantino in the middle there. They weren't able to get it to him. Now East Long Meadow controls into the neutral zone. And LePage just had that taken away from him as he had all of his speed gaining to head into the offensive zone, but unable to gather that puck. Now Minnechaug back around their own net. Here's Bowden. East Long Meadow barely contained it at the point, and now it's out in the neutral zone. Here's Nero. Looking for Lee, a little bit of a miscommunication. Now Nero dumps it in. Minnechaug pressured by Mendrala and Cakeley. Now Nero along the boards for Mendrala. He got that shot on goal, but a save by Pollard. Now Minnechaug. Here's Van Zandt. Defended by Forsyth as that puck goes to the corner. Now a shot by Van Zandt. And that will be a shoulder save by Sherwood. Minnechaug still controls. Puck up for grabs. Here's Minnechaug. The pad save by Sherwood. Not sure he saw that one. And now there will be a whistle. And they're calling a penalty on Alec Nero for interference. Don't believe there was a power play in that second period. But now Nero is going to send Minnechaug to the power play for 2 minutes with exactly 12 minutes left to play in this third period. East Long Meadow looking to clear the zone, and they do. That was Brady Dobek. Dobek pressuring. Healthy cross check on Minnechaug along the boards. Now Minnechaug comes away with it. Here's Daniels. Up the ice. And there's a stoppage of play for hand pass. Good work by Brady Dobek to pin that puck and kill some time on this Minnechaug power play. Now Dobek with the face-off. Minnechaug controls. In the neutral zone, defended well by Kuhn. Katowski dumps it in. Daniels is on it for Minnechaug. In the corner, defended well by Lee. And Dobek just about came away with that puck, but overwhelmed by too many Minnechaug players. Now Minnechaug with a shot. Pad save by Sherwood. Over to the corner now. Minnechaug still with the puck. Here's Noel. Over to Vreeland with a shot. Into Sherwood's gut. Just about halfway through this Minnechaug power play as East Long Meadow will get a full change. And the face-off will stay in East Long Meadow zone. Sherwood and Noel with the face-off as Noel wins it back to Moriarty. Over to Van Zandt with the shot that went wide. Now here's Asher. Up the left wing. He had Sherwood middle, but overwhelmed along the boards. O'Brien tried to pinch and intercept that puck, but doesn't work out. Now here's Minnechaug over the line. Into the middle. Now Moriarty finds Forientino. Van Zandt. Looking for middle, that goes off of the skate. And now Minnechaug will score. That was a tip by Noel off of Derek Samani's shot from the point. And Minnechaug will tie this game 3-3 on the power play. 10.5 to play left here in this third period. And we have a tie game. What a shot from the point by Samani, and the tip where Sherwood didn't even see it by their captain, Noel. Now the face-off at center ice, puck up for grabs. East Long Meadow will come away with it. Here's Fisher, dumps it in. Sherwood. Now Lee dances in with the shot that deflected into the netting. And he's hit a little after the whistle, but unintentionally. A 2-goal deficit Minnechaug had overcame after East Long Meadow had 2 back-to-back goals off of Teddy Kuhn and Jack Forsyth in that second period. But they have done it. And this should be an entertaining last 10 minutes of this period. Here's Tassinari behind the net, pressured by LePage. Tassinari up the boards, defended well. Now here's Sherwood. Sherwood up the boards, looking for LePage, but Minnechaug will control. Or they won't. Pass intercepted by Fisher, and now the shot. That was by Dobeck. That was not on net. Here's along the boards, Asher keeps it in, but Minnechaug will take control. Now here's Daniels with the shot deflected off of Lee's stick. Here's Noel into the middle, doesn't find anyone. Here's Asher, he has Kuhn on his wing, but Minnechaug defends him well. Here's Van Zandt pressuring Reed as Reed dumps it along the boards to Kuhn. Kuhn's attempted clear goes off of Minnechaug. Van Zandt still looking to send that puck in the middle. Van Zandt with a shot. And I'm not sure where that went. Not in the back of the net. Now here's Dobeck behind his net. And he will clear the puck out of the zone. Only for Minnechaug to clear it back in. Now here's Asher. Coming with the left wing. Just mishandled the puck a little bit. Now Dobeck over the line with Kuhn. Dobeck. Here's Dobeck. And he hit the crossbar. Now sends it back in by Teddy Kuhn. He had Asher in the middle. A quick send in by Teddy Kuhn. Looking for Asher off of that crossbar. Great opportunity for Brady Dobeck. But this remains a 3-3 game. A great offensive shift by the Spartans' top line, but they are unable to connect and regain their lead. Now here's Mandrala with the faceoff. Now Nero with the puck, and that was on net. And Cakeley had the rebound off of the initial save by Pollard, but that went wide. Now here's Nero again, back behind the net. And here's Mandrala. His shot went off the side of the netting. Puck up for grabs in the corner. Cakeley. Nero and Cakeley pressuring, and the puck goes around the boards to Forsyth. Nero with it now. Quick out in front pass looking for Mandrala, but Minnechaug intercepts. Now O'Brien dumps it back in deep for Mandrala. Mandrala hit well by Moriarty. And now Minnechaug, Derek Samani will come hit by Cakeley. Cakeley tries to dump it back in, looking for either Mandrala or Nero. But this is a tired Spartans third line, and they will change out. But a great shift by that third line. And some great shot opportunities. Some momentum is all Spartans right now. Here's Fisher with LePage. He has Sherwood net front. Now Fisher mishandles the puck off of the pass from LePage back behind the net. And now here's the Falcons. Dances around Forsyth with the shot. Saved by Sherwood. That was Gabe Tassinari. And he was unable to gain a lead for the Falcons. Sherwood to take the face-off back in his own zone. And Minnechaug controls at the point. That shot by Bowden, deflected into the corner. Now the Spartans will come away with it. Sherwood looking for LePage on the right wing. LePage gets over the line, drops it back to Fisher. Fisher with a shot, and that deflected into the glass. Puck is still up for grabs right around the crease. Back behind the net. LePage looking to do something. Finds Fisher. Fisher with a shot. Pad saved by Pollard. Some great shot opportunities for the Spartans over this last 5 minutes or so. But it remains a 3-3 game with just about 6 minutes left to play here in this third period. Now Minnechaug wins the faceoff and controls in the neutral zone, only for the Spartans to dump it back in. Kuhn with the puck now. Stays with it. But now Minnechaug will control. Lee up to Asher. Has Kuhn and Dobek middle. Hit along the boards. Now Kuhn comes in. Puck comes loose. Here's Asher. And now Minnechaug will intercept that. The cross-ice pass from Minnechaug goes off the official skate. Now the Spartans will control back in their own zone. Here's Dobek. Dumps it in. Minnechaug unable to get it out of their zone. Cakeley nearly had a wide open Nero in the middle, but Minnechaug intercepts. Here's Van Zandt. Around the boards, hit well by Nero. Some physical play going on there with Nero and Van Zandt, and the official, I believe, is pointing to both of them. A slash and a roughing call. And this will remain 5-on-5. Sherwood to take the face-off, back in his own zone. Fisher comes away with it. Dumps it to O'Brien, slings it around the boards. And East Long Meadow's gonna get this out of the zone. Now Fisher is gonna come away with it. Here's Fisher along the right wing. He's taken down by Samani, and there will be a call on the play. A holding call on Derek Samani. And the Spartans will head to the power play with 4.5 years left to play in this third period. A great opportunity off of that play on Aiden Fisher. And the Spartans will send their first unit out for the power play. Dobek to take the face-off, won by Minnechaug. Not out of the zone, though, and now they do get it out of the zone. As Sherwood will lay it down for Lee, chased by Noel. Lee knocked down. And now a shot. That was from Matthew Bowden at the point after that puck came loose off the altercation with Lee and Noel. And now there's a penalty on the play. And now Lee will head to the penalty box. And we are sorting out this penalty here. And it will be Brady Dobek heading to the penalty box. East Long Meadow still not happy with that call, as Minnechaug with the shot deflected off of Sherwood's stick, I believe, and that hit the post. Now Minnechaug back around Sherwood's net. At the point, here's Chaug. Pad save by Sherwood. That's Aiden Vreeland with the puck now, with the shot, another pad save by Sherwood. The wraparound attempt, and another save by Sherwood as he covers in the crease. Just under 4 minutes left here to play. We are 4-4 now, as there have been 2 consecutive penalties to both Minnechaug and the Spartans. And Aiden Asher will take the draw. One back to Keller Reed, and he will give it right to Minnechaug's Jake Kotowski as he takes it in. Around the net looking for Daniels. Lee defending. Daniels with the puck now, but Lee will take it away. They scrum along the boards as Lee takes Daniels down. And now East Long Meadow will safely skate it out of the zone. Kuhn up to Asher. Asher tries to dance around Noel, but Noel intercepts. Kuhn takes it away from him, though. Now Kuhn with Asher. Kuhn with a shot, and that went just wide of Pollard. Now Minnechaug in control, but they will take a full change instead. Now here's Keller Reed, gives it right back to Minnechaug. Here's Moriarty with the puck for Minnechaug, taken away by Kuhn. Great takeaway. Here's Teddy Kuhn around the defenseman. Kuhn just barely got the shot off. Now is a save by Pollard, and now there will be a penalty on the play. Moriarty took Kuhn down as he was speeding into the net. And things are getting chippy here in the last 2.5 minutes of this third period. So this will be another 2-minute power play for East Long Meadow with 2.5 here left to play. And there's a timeout called by either team. There's a second left on Minnechaug's first penalty. And then the fresh 2 minutes. And Brady Dovek remains in the penalty box for East Long Meadow's lone penalty for 21 seconds. And I'll take this time in during the timeout to once again thank Brady Dovek's brother, Devin, for joining me on the broadcast Saturday afternoon. It was great to work with him and learn from him. So here's to hoping if he's able to join another broadcast, we'd love to have him again. As play is set to resume here. And now the face-off will come inside of East Long Meadow's offensive zone. Sherwood to take it. But Minnechaug controls, kicked over to David Noel. And now here's Samani, defended by O'Brien. Samani with the puck now, shot by that was a shot by Van Zandt. That went wide. Dobek just about out of the box. As East Long Meadow controls back in their own zone. And now Forsyth over to O'Brien, finds LePage on the left wing. Yeah, Sherwood and Dobek. Here's LePage, drops it back to Forsyth with the shot tipped by Dobek. And that went into the netting. Still 1:21 seconds left on East Long Meadow's power play. And just under 2 minutes left here to play in the game. But we remain tied 3-3. So if necessary, this game will go into extra time. Dobek loses the face-off to Minnechaug as they sling it around the boards and out. Lee has to hustle as Noel might get to this puck first. LePage pressuring as well. And Noel lies on the puck to freeze it. And now Dobek to take the face-off. One back to Kuhn with the puck. Looking to find Dobek in the middle. But Minnechaug finds it first and dumps it in deep. This is East Long Meadow's first unit still staying out here for the power play. As Asher is overwhelmed by 2 penalty killers for Minnechaug. But East Long Meadow will finally regain control. Here's Kuhn. Skates over the blue line. Kuhn in the corner. Tons of space. Around the boards to Asher. Now Lee finds Kuhn, sends it in the middle. Puck is still up for grabs, and now Minnechaug will just barely clear. 25 seconds left on this power play for East Long Meadow. as Lee will skate it over the blue line, but Minnechaug intercepts. That was Tassinari. Now here's Asher. Some desperation showing out of East Long Meadow here. Here's Asher. To Lee at the point. Lee with the shot. And I believe that hit Dobeck. Now Asher will hit it with a high stick, and that will be a stoppage of play. And that will kill the Minnechaug penalty. There is just about 30 seconds left in this game. Shots have a 10-goal difference, 21-31. With Minnechaug having the upper hand in that category. Now the face-off comes back to East Long Meadow's defensive zone. Dobeck to take it. Now a shot by Minnechaug. That was Vreeland. Another shot by Minnechaug, but that will deflect off of Asher and out of the zone. Here's Vreeland, pressured by Kuhn. Dobeck barely tried to intercept that at the blue line, but wasn't able to. Now here's Van Zant, defended by Reed. Van Zant still with Reed. Less than 10 seconds to go here. Asher will just try and pin this puck, and Minnechaug will be unable to get a shot off before the buzzer. And now we sort this out as it is still 3-3. We saw overtime a couple of times. We saw it against Greenfield as LePage scored that OT winner 15 seconds into that overtime. And we saw it against West Springfield where nothing happened and it ended in a tie. So now we will have a 2-minute intermission and we will be back with you for the overtime. And we are back here for overtime, East Long Meadow versus Minnechaug in a 3-3 game. And East Long Meadow's putting out their forward unit of Carson LePage and Chris Sherwood that won them the game 15 seconds into their overtime, as I just mentioned, against Greenfield. Now Sherwood and LePage in tussle behind the net. Battle along the boards. LePage comes away with it. Here's LePage, tries to drag around the Minnechaug player. Doesn't work out. Now Forsyth mishandles at the point. There will be a whistle for an offside, I believe. I'm not quite sure what happened on that one. We're just 30 seconds over into this overtime. It'll be 5 minutes. And if no one scores, it will end in a 3-3 tie. Now Sherwood to take the face-off. Controlled by Reed. Over the line. Now Minnechaug will control. Here's Vreeland. Vreeland takes it in himself. Defended by Sherwood. Pickpocketed at the point, and the puck just barely got out as Sherwood was looking to pass it to LePage. And now Sherwood trips up their captain, David Noel. Out of desperation as Minnechaug had momentum heading into their offensive zone. And now Sherwood will sit for 2 minutes, sending Minnechaug to the power play. It'll be 4-on-3 now, as originally it was 4-on-4. Dobeck loses the face-off. Here's Samani with the shot, saved by Sherwood. Another shot by Samani. That one didn't have much on it, and Lee will contain. Here's Lee over the blue line. Now Dobeck. Taken by Minnechaug. It's a 2-on-1 opportunity. Here's Noel. He has Vreeland. Noel with the shot, and he scores. Just over the glove of Colin Sherwood. And the captain of Minnechaug is going to end this game. A 4-3 win for Minnechaug. This will make their record 7-3 and make East Long Meadows 5-3-1. Just a minute, 15 seconds into overtime. And David Noel had that one placed quite well. This is a disappointing result for East Long Meadow, who looked well in this game after they played just a couple of nights ago on Saturday in their 8-3 win. So over this six-day stint with 3 games, the Spartans go 1-2. Though they put up a great effort, a promising effort in this one, and they hope to bounce back next Saturday evening and keep up their consistency. As once again, the top line looked very well in this one. And we hope to get a win next Saturday night. We will see you then.